or LSU would have beat the Jaguars. Okay, it's just man against boys. It wouldn't happen. However, I do believe that either one of those offense, they would have put some points up against the Jaguars defense. I really believe that. All right, I really believe that. And they was on full display last week. Great game. Georgia pulls it out. And Georgia still, even with that loss to Clemson to start the season, they still have a beeline if they take care of business to a national championship game. And I'm a believer in Georgia. I'm a real big believer in Georgia. They're going to have to see if their running back is okay and how severe that sprained ankle is. If he's good to go for the rest of the season, they'll be right there. This week, you got a couple of big games. You got Maryland, number 25 Maryland, at Florida State. Number 8 Florida State. I think Florida State handles them pretty easily. You got number 4 Ohio State at number 16 Northwestern, and probably the biggest game in the history of Northwestern football. I'd love to see Ohio State go down. I just don't think they will. I don't think that Northwestern has quite enough to stop Braxton Miller and those guys, and I think they'll eke out a road victory. And last but not least, in the big games this weekend in college football, you got number 15 Washington going up against number 5 Stanford. Washington has looked pretty impressive so far this year, but I think Stanford, who may be the best team in football, is going to give them a football lesson this week. They're going to do kind of what they did to Arizona State a couple weeks ago, who came on the farm with a lot of momentum, looking good, feeling good, and I think they're going to get smacked around. Washington will by Stanford. Hopefully it's a good game, but I don't see it happening. I see Stanford winning by about 2 touchdowns, relatively easy. So that'll be fun to watch as well. Also, I want to shift gears and talk a little Major League Baseball playoffs. Now, you guys don't know it because the first 3 episodes I haven't talked any baseball at all, and that has to do with the fact that my San Francisco Giants kind of broke my heart this year and just sunk really, really early this summer. And I had to just step away. I was so angry. I would watch games. I'd be so angry, so upset, so depressed every night. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to step away. I'll come back when the playoffs start because I don't need to upset myself right now. So I am definitely back with the playoffs starting. And as the playoff matchups sit right now, you've got Pittsburgh and St. Louis going up against each other on one side of the NLDS. The other side is Atlanta and the Dodgers. Atlanta and the Dodgers. I think St. Louis is going to take care of business against a very entertaining Pittsburgh team to watch. I like McCutchen. I like Liriano and his resurrection as a pitcher. I've really enjoyed watching the game they played, the play-in game, and the energy that crowd had. But I don't think it's going to be enough to beat up the big bad bullies of the NL Central, the St. Louis Cardinals. So I think they'll win that one. I hate to say it, but I think the Los Angeles Dodgers will take care of business and beat the Atlanta Braves, and they'll face each other in the NLCS. Dodgers, Cardinals. On the other side, you're going to have the Boston Red Sox going up against the Tampa Bay Rays, and then you got the Oakland A's going up against the Detroit Tigers. I think the A's take care of business against the Tigers. I'm not sold on the Tigers. After Miggy and after Fielder, they're really soft. There's a lot of holes in that lineup, and I'm just not believing it. Plus, Miggy's not even 100%, so that may be a real problem for them. So I think the A's will win in 4. On the other side, I think Boston takes care of the Rays, although the Rays are tough, man. They've won 2 winner-go-home games already in this postseason, and they're tough. Longoria, you got Madden as the manager, and he's a damn genius out there. I love the way he approaches the game and helps his players approach the game. So it's going to be a tough series. I think that'll be a 5-gamer with Boston and Tampa Bay, but I think Boston will pull it out in the end, and you'll have Red Sox, A's, in the ALCS. So I'm going to leave that right there because, I want to get to the ALCS next week when the DSs are finished. And let's all just hope the Dodgers lose. That'll be the best case scenario. That'll make everybody happy. If the Dodgers suck and we can all pop champagne for that. Aren't we in agreement? Yeah, I know we are. So last but not least, you guys, if you don't know me as well, I'm a huge boxing guy. A lot of good boxing matches coming up in the coming weeks and months. Last Saturday, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. had a fight against Brandon Vera at the StubHub Center. I was about to say the the Home Depot Center. They changed the name, the StubHub Center in Carson. Anybody who saw this fight saw Chavez Jr. run away with a robbery. He looked terrible in the fight. And there's something about Chavez Jr. that I just can't stand. I don't like the guy. All right? I can't stand him. I don't think anybody in boxing really likes Chavez Jr. either. So to see him cheat his way, well, he didn't do it personally, but, to get the benefit of a ridiculous decision the way he did against somebody like Vera, who came in and fought his ass off and did everything he could to outbox Chavez Jr. and pull off the upset. It was ridiculous to watch, and those things right there give boxing a bad name. As simple as that. It just looks suspect. So that sucked. In the fight before that, Adonis Stevenson went up against what's my man's name? Losing Cloud. What's Cloud's? Tavares Cloud, I think is his first name. Anyway, Adonis Stevenson knocked out Chad Dawson a couple months ago. Everybody thought it was at least me. I'm not gonna say everybody. I thought it was a lucky punch, a lucky situation where he just caught Chad Dawson coming off a bad matchup against Andre Ward before and just a shot fighter. But Adonis Stevenson just made Tavares Cloud looked absolutely silly in his fight on Saturday night. He boxed him, he rocked him, he socked him. He did everything in that boxing ring that you could ask out of a boxer, out of a fighter, and he looked extremely impressive last week. I'm looking to see more of this guy. I'm very intrigued by Adonis Stevenson now. I want to see more of this guy and see what he can do in that. I think he's a super middleweight, or is he a light heavyweight, cruiserweight? Can't remember. But anyway, I want to see what he brings to the table. I was very impressed by his performance. This week you got some more big fights. You got Miguel Cotto going up against Delvin Rodriguez. Also, you got Vladimir Klitschko going up against Alexander Povetkin. Two big fights on HBO. I suggest everybody go check them out. I love boxing. Give boxing a chance, man. Boxing is pretty cool when you get a chance to look at it and really observe it for the young talent that's out there right now. I enjoy watching it, man. So I'm an advocate for boxing, and I'm a single-handedly help bring boxing back to the mainstream. So yeah, you guys check that out. Other than that, man, that's my time for the week. I appreciate you guys listening. Go out there for the rest of your week and your weekend and be shot callers yourself, baby. Go out there and shot call and live life, and don't let nobody get you down. Enjoy your time. Once again, thank you for listening. This is me, KC, on KC's Corner. Y'all be good.
Clap your hands to this. Clap your hands to this. Yeah, come on. This is the remix. Let's go. Hey, we get money over here, baby. Come do the ball. Let's go.